Praise the Lord, everyone. I am back with another dream, and I'm probably going to share like a mixture of different dreams that I had, but most of them concerning zombies. And I've had dreams of the Incredible Hulk. I had dreams about Freddy Krueger. I had dreams about giants, and it's just a lot of different dreams that I didn't want to share because I always thought people are going to think you're crazy if you share these kind of dreams. But then I've been noticing lately that people have been talking about zombie dreams more often. And even a sister of mine that I talked to, we share our dreams with each other. And she was telling me that she had dreams about zombies. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm glad that there's somebody else out there is having these dreams besides me, even dreams about the Incredible Hulk and giants, because it's just not something that most people or people it's not something that you would normally hear people talk about, and it's not something that's talked about very often. So, and the first what let me just say, I had a lot of dreams about zombies in the past, but I don't remember all of them, so I'm just going to share the two that I do remember. The first one I'm going to share is an older dream, which I had in probably 2015 or 2016. So the first dream I had was I was coming back from some sort of, I don't know if it was a dinner party or, I don't know, it was somewhere that had food, because when I came home, I was getting plates of food out of the back seat. And the house that I returned home to is a house that I grew up in. And when I got home, I realized my mom wasn't home. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and, get stuff out of the car, take it in the house. And then I hear a car pull up. So I'm like, okay, well, my mom is home now. And I don't know why, but for some reason, I could see what was going on outside, even though I was in the kitchen. So I could see my mom getting out of the car. And it's so crazy because we were driving the same car. Like, my mom was driving a black Impala, which she drives a black Impala today, like for real, for real. Like, but I was driving the same thing she was driving. I didn't understand that. It was odd. But so yeah, I see her getting out of the car and I'm like, well, she's walking funny. Like, why is she walking like that? But then I start thinking maybe she had a couple of drinks and that's probably why she's walking like that. So I didn't pay no mind. I just continued on doing what I was doing. And I hear her come into the house and she comes into the kitchen. She doesn't say anything to me. And the whole time I'm not looking at her, but I'm talking to her. I don't remember what I was saying to her, but I know I was talking to her about some things. And I think I asked her a question, but she never responded. And then I started hearing these weird sounds. And the whole time my back was turned towards her, so I didn't know what was going on behind me. And so I'm hearing these strange sounds and I turn around, and when I turn around, she attacks me. So now she's trying to bite me and I'm like trying to push her away and I'm like, what is going on? So I'm looking at her and I'm like, why does she look like that? Like, she just didn't look like herself. And she was like growling and making these weird sounds and she was trying to bite me. And the only thing I could do was grab something and stab her. I started stabbing her in the neck, and then I felt bad. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, but I felt bad because it's my mom, but it wasn't like, I don't know. It was like I knew it was my. Well, at first I just thought this is my mom, but clearly this wasn't her anymore. She's now in a zombie state. So I felt bad because I didn't want to have to hurt her, but it was either me or her, and it wasn't about to be me. So I just started stabbing her in the neck, and then I started stabbing her in the head, because if you watch zombie movies and stuff, you know that they always aim for the head. They're gonna shoot and blow the head off, or they're gonna cut their head off, but they usually aim at the head. So I just started stabbing her in the head, and eventually she collapsed to the floor, and I run out of the house. And by this time, I have a motorcycle waiting for me, and my clothes changed. I have on this black leather jumpsuit. I jump onto the bike and I take off. That's probably my favorite part of the dream. It's just getting on a motorcycle and going, hair flowing in the wind. It was nice, but yeah, and but I know like when as I was running out of the house, I felt bad. Like I really felt bad because I'm like, I can't believe I had to do this to her, but I couldn't let her bite me. I wasn't about to turn into a zombie or whatever. So yeah, I got on the bike and I left. And then another dream I had was the beginning of this year. And I remember me and my family being in this house, and I was trying to push the door closed because there were zombies trying to get into the house. And I told them, I said, help me. And they were helping me close the door. And once we got the door closed, I locked it and I said, look, stay away from the windows, stay away from the doors. If you go out, you're not coming back in. So if you go out at your own risk, but don't think you're coming back in here because you're not. And I didn't remember, I think I heard, like, I could hear the zombies out there, like, they were just out there. And yeah, that was pretty much it. That was a short dream. And I now starting to remember one of the dreams that I had a couple of years ago about zombies. It was a zombie outbreak, and it were just zombies just running wild. And I remember I was running, trying to get away from them because they were coming after me. And as much as I can remember, I just remember them running, trying to grab me, and I'm just jumping on top of cars. I'm jumping on top of like buildings and stuff, like trying to get away from the zombies. And I want to say that I had weapons on me at some point in the dream. I found some weapons or something, and I started using them to defend myself. But yeah, that was a crazy dream. It kind of reminded me of the dream that I had that I shared on here about these that spirit demon spirits were unleashed, like demons when were just jumping in and out of people, and people that had the demon in them were just attacking people. I mean, you probably would say that was like a zombie type dream because these people were acting crazy, like biting and trying to eat people, trying to tear people apart. It was crazy. So yeah, and then I started having dreams about the Incredible Hulk, and he would always be chasing me. I don't know why, but he would be coming after me in dreams, and I can see myself in some sort of lab room, and it's a lot of stairs, and I'm trying to run and get away from him, and he's running so fast, and I have to run faster to get away from this thing because he's just destroying everything in sight just to get to me. And yeah, it was just I don't like having that kind of dream because can you imagine a big green thing just running after you? Like it's just crazy. And then I had dreams where I had Freddy Krueger in my dreams. He's a hideous thing. And let me just say something about the Incredible Hulk. I actually was Googling a picture for one of the videos that I did, and I typed in Abomination. And when I typed in Abomination, the Incredible Hulk popped up, and it said that he is an abomination character, which that was crazy to me because I didn't know that. But I thought God put that there for me to see because when I went to Google it again, his picture, like the picture didn't pop up when I did it again. So I know that was God showing me that this character is an abomination. Like it's hideous. It's a hideous green thing that it morphs and it turns into this huge green thing and destroys everything in its path. And it kind of now I'm not even going to go into that. I'm not going to say it because then they'll pull this video. But yeah, I've had dreams of Freddy Krueger coming after me, but it's so crazy because the Lord would make me invisible so he couldn't see me, but he could hear me. he just couldn't see where I was, and we were in his room. And when I realized he couldn't see me, then I started playing with his head, because I mean, he goes into people's dreams and he play with their heads, so why not play with his head? And I don't know, people would probably say, "Girl, you crazy." I would have been like, no, like I would have been scared, but no, I wasn't scared. Like I thought it was funny, and yeah, I was just messing with his head, and I was just running around and moving stuff around, and he's running around trying to figure out where I'm at. It was funny, but and then I've had dreams about giants. I had dreams that giants would come and they were destroying everything, and they were stepping on people. They were just destroying houses and grabbing trees and throwing them. And these zombies and giants and things like that, like they just out to destroy. And I know that, and a lot of people don't believe that giants exist back then, but they did, and they still. I feel like they still exist. And I was in one of the dreams. I remember I had the dream when I was a lot younger, and I remember I was in some sort of neighborhood, and I was hearing these loud sounds, and the ground was shaking. I was trying to figure out like what's going on, like why is all of this happening? And next thing I know, I turn around and it's this giant, and then I hear another roar in the air, and then when I turn around and look, I see another giant, and these giants were just coming and just destroying things, killing people, and I'm running trying to get away from the giants, and they're just coming so fast. I mean, their feet are huge, their hands are huge, and it was like, how can you get away from a giant? But they were coming and just causing all kind of chaos. There were giants in the Bible. I mean, read about it. You know, that's why it's so important that you study the Word of God. I would go into that, but I'm not, because I don't want this to be a long uh, video. But yeah, I just wanted to share those things with you guys. If y'all experience any dreams like that, let me know in the comments. I would like to know, because I I'm starting to have these dreams a lot more frequently now, and I've heard other people talk about their dreams concerning, zombies and even alien invasions. I've also had dreams about aliens. When I was a kid, I actually had a dream that I had an encounter with an alien. An alien actually came into my room, and it was standing over me, and I was paralyzed. I couldn't move, and this alien, it was two aliens, and I remember it was just this bright light, and they were saying something, but I don't know what they were saying. But they had these long, skinny fingers, like the aliens that you see in those movies, with the big eyes and big head and skinny bodies, like in the long fingers. That's what they look like. Well, the ones that I saw, and they were standing over me. They were saying something, and they start poking at my body and stuff with their fingers. And I was like, just laying there. I was terrified. I was paralyzed in fear, because I didn't even know what. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna kill me. I was thinking they about to do some sort of experiment on me, because they kept looking at me, and then they would look at each other and say something, then they're looking back at me. I couldn't make out what they were saying, but it sounded like some gibberish, and I'm just like, what in the world? But yeah, I've had encounters with aliens, which we know that aliens are pretty much demons. And I've I have a lot of crazy dreams, honestly. I do. And I'm so glad that I meet people who have similar dreams to mine. So I'm not the only one that is having these dreams or thinking that I'm crazy, and that this is just all, all in my head. But um, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And I would go into more details about these things, but I just don't have the time to do that right now, because I have other things to do. I have class, and let me see, what time is it? I have class in about 2 hours, and I have other things. I need to get some cleaning and stuff done. But I just wanted to try to get these videos done before I take care of the things I need to do. But God bless you all, and I will talk with you guys later. God bless, and y'all stay safe out there. Stay safe.